Hey, welcome to Math 6, Module 1, Lesson 4. In this lesson, we're going over our previous lesson about equivalent ratios. So now our outcomes are that we can identify equivalent ratios. Using tape diagrams and the description of equivalent ratios, we should be able to determine if two ratios are equivalent and find that non-zero number C in the description of equivalent ratios in the tape diagrams and use that to complete equivalent ratios. Our standards for this section are the same for the whole topic. We will be understanding the concept of a ratio and use ratio language to describe a ratio relationship between two quantities. As well, we will be using ratio and rate reasoning to solve real-world and mathematical problems. So let's get to it. Like I said, this is a review from lesson 3, so hopefully this will go quickly. I'll read it for you. This is in your module. It should be ready. The morning announcement said that 2 out of every 7 sixth grade students in the school have an overdue library book. Jasmine said, that would mean 24 of us have overdue books. Grace argued, no way, that is way too high. So how can you determine who is right? What needs to be done? If you don't remember the question, go back and read it again. This time with your highlighter or with your pencil. Underline some things you might be thinking that are important. For instance, 2 out of every 7. That's a ratio. 24 has something to do. So that means 24 out of something. So let's write those. 2 out of every 7 and 24 out of how many? So really, to know who's right, we need to know how many sixth graders there are at this school. So let's figure that out. Here we go. 2 out of 7 and 24 out of what? So let's look. We need to find that constant. 2 multiplied by what gives us 24? If you can do the mental math, that's great. If it's not so easy for you to do the mental math, you divide it the long way. 24 divided by 2, and you find that 2 times 12 gives us 24. So to make an equivalent ratio, we need to multiply 7 by the same constant. So we multiply it by 12 and get 84. So let's ask ourselves some questions about that. We have those two ratios, 2 to 7 and 24 to 84. How do we know if they're equivalent? Well, here it is. They are equivalent if they are multiplied by the same non-zero number to get the numbers in the second ratio. So 2 times 12 was 24, 7 times 12 was 84. So they are equivalent because we multiplied them both by 12. So that's what it asks us next. What did we have to do? We had to find the number 12. Then what did we have to do? We have to multiply that to get the second number, 7 times 12, which we got was 84. Does that correspond to 7? Yes. So those two ratios are indeed equivalent. Now, the rest of the lesson are exercises that I would like for you to finish independently. So, so I would like to make sure that you are in your module. Give these two exercises a try. It shouldn't take you too long, and we will go over them in class tomorrow. to make sure that you understand all about equivalent ratios. As a summary, I'd like you to remember that the two ratios are equivalent if you multiply some number, the same number, by the first ratio, the A and the B in the first ratio, to get the numbers in the second ratio. They are equivalent only if that works. And that is how you find out if they are equivalent, finding that number and making sure it works on both of them. Excellent. I hope that pleases you. It pleases me, and I will talk at you more next time.